I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touch. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, Johnson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Rosen to throw on third down. And Jennings has it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
To throw now in his own end zone. Flushed out right. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
They get 9 there, and in the process, escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Room to run inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And a short gain down to about the 33. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Detroit!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This one taken just inside the 10. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Here's Johnson, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This will be caught at about the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And taken right on the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Leopard! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Daniels has it left side. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
we go. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check 15. Hot.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They run again with Logan. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Rosen on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3-19.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. 319. 319.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it again with Henry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, here's Henry. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Gone!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Open man is Kirk, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. Here's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Detroit!
Throwing now is Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now it's Rosen. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Rosen to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Good! All right, here we go. Blue 90.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.